welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is supposed to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that great big subscribe button down below. Please hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as we go along if you're enjoying the content. If you do know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of this beautiful book, Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Real Life Stories, Love, Life and Sex, a celebration of asexual diversity. If you haven't already got a copy, I really think you should do, because literally it doesn't just give textbook definitions of asexual identities, it actually shows you all across the asexual spectrum, gives you a vast range of views and opinions, and shows you what the different parts of the spectrum are like, rather than tell you. I think it's, really good from that point of view. And everyone who took part shared their own personal story through their answers to the interview questions. Really good. Anyway, so tonight's episode, I want to talk to you about the repulsion I had. This is an asexual rant. I had such repulsion yesterday when I was out about the sexual behaviour that's going on around me. I just felt so ugh. So, as you probably know, my best female friend, she's not asexual, and her best friend, who I get with sometimes, she's the opposite of asexual. I mean, she's so sexually driven, it's just unreal. And usually I can hack it. Usually it's like, I can pretty much put up with it, I'm used to it. I sometimes join in the banter myself, I can make innuendo and stuff. But last night was just awful for me in terms of sexual behavior. It was just too much. I just didn't like the environment, and so my best friend and her friend, it's really difficult because her friend who's older, she likes younger guys. I mean, much younger guys. She's a sexual cougar. I'm an asexual cougar, so I get attracted to guys so much younger than me, romantically, not sexually. So guys in their 20s, but I want to kiss, cuddle, and hold hands with them. Not all of them, selected ones. But I don't want to actually, have a sex relationship with them at all, because I don't get the need, urge, or want for sex, being asexual. But she's the opposite. She's an asexual. She's the opposite. She's not an asexual cougar. She's a sexual cougar. A proper, full on. She loves having sex with younger guys. And so this guy that was there was a young guy there. He did raise his I didn't know how old he was. He raised his eyebrows to me a couple of times to say hi. And then in the end, this woman that's older, she's in her 60s. She's about 65, I think. Yeah, she likes younger guys in their 20s, but they like her. But she will have sex with people. And she'll have them where, regardless of whatever. Do you know what I mean? Whether they're married or not, which I personally don't agree with. I really don't agree with that, But anyway, this particular guy, I didn't know how old he was, but he was with my friend, sort of flirting with her, and then with her friend, the older woman, she was kissing him, and it's just like, when I said to him, "Oh, you can have your pick of women tonight," he goes, "Oh no, I can't because I'm married." And I was just like disgusted. Absolutely disgusted that he's married, yet he's letting an older woman kiss him. Like, to be fair to him, she was pushing her lips on him. She was grabbing hold of his face and pushing her lips on him. But he didn't move away. He just stayed there and talked more to her. So they carry on being more flirtatious with each other, and she gave him like another kiss. So it wasn't like he wanted to get away. He just kept, because he liked her a lot, and they were all cuddly together and stuff. And then my best friend, like, he was then with her, and and he was having his hand on her bum, and I'm just really like disgusted that people who are married and sexual do this type of shit. Excuse my language, but it's just terrible. I hate it. I'm like, how can you do that? What is the point of being married? Just stay single. I said, well, where's your wife? Like, who's your wife? He goes, my wife's my wife. I'm like, well, where is she then? And it's just like, And so my friend and her older friend, they both know he's married. I didn't, and don't care, you know? And it's just like, what? And he was 36, I found out. It's like, what is the point? I absolutely hate that sexual behaviour. It really, really makes me feel sick. It's like, I mean, I respect my friend. I respect her best friend. I respect them because they're my friends. But personally, I just hate that type of behaviour. I'm like, how can you have no boundaries, no cares, no nothing, no standards? It's just horrible. And then there was these older guys there. Like, I don't like being in an older guy environment because I do get attracted to younger guys, and I don't feel comfortable about being around older guys. They repulse me. And seriously, there's one that's fancied me before there because he bought me like some peanuts or something before, and then he expected me to be PayPal. I'm like, no, if you want to buy me the nuts, that's fine. But I'm not like, he started going, oh, can I have some nuts? I was thinking, well, why buy them? I'll like buy a packet of your own just because you buy me some nuts. I don't owe you anything. So you have to understand, with some sexuals, they'll buy you a drink or they'll buy you some food in order, because they think they want to get close to you to have sex, you know? And this guy, he was there last night, and I didn't really twig who he was. I didn't really remember that he bought me these peanuts before. And then all of a sudden, he started smiling at me and started trying to walk past me and say a little few words. And it's probably only high or something. Then I knew he was attracted to me. I'm like, oh God, it's you know? It's like, I'm not interested. And there was, you know, sometimes there's other guys and they come past and go, are you all right? I'm like, yes. And I'm like leaning back against the wall, so they don't touch me, because I do not like older guys touching me on the shoulder, brushing past me. I can't stand it. You know, when I'm talking about older guys, I'm talking about 50 years upwards. Do you know what I mean? It's just too old for me. Way too old for me. You know, I just can't be doing with it. I mean, that's older in birth certificate age than I am anyway, obviously, quite a lot older. But you know, I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. You know, it just really, really makes me so repulsed. And there was this older guy, and he was just with this younger girl. Like, they weren't together, but he was like the older guy was actually originally on the table we moved to, and my friend knows him, and they're all pally with him. And then, you know, this other young girl, like loads of guys with fancy tight dress and everything, like she was having her hands all over him, and he's just so repulsive. Like, how can you do that? It's just, oh, he's just after all the women. It's just gross. And, you know, I just like, it's not the way I like to live my life. You know, I don't like to be in that environment, really. I felt really uncomfortable. Like, this is not me at all. And plus, if I was around people, I'd rather be around younger people, you know, like guys in their 20s, than these older people, these older guys. It just makes me really repulsed. I can't stand it. You know, I don't, you know, like I did think there was one good thing though. Like, it was as I was on the train, I was going to the train station. Um yeah, it was really good because there was an older guy, and he was like with a really attractive, what loads of guys would find really attractive girl, and I think they were partners, guy and girl. So I do think it's nice if an older person can be with a younger person, because it can obviously work out. And obviously, as I'm an older girl, in comparison to a 20-year-old guy or 21-year-old guy, then, you know, I do appreciate age differences in relationships. But I mean, the guy that was out, you know, touching all the women, he was just like not in a relationship. I don't think he was just like all over everyone, and it just was sick to me. But the guy at the train station, they like, because I was talking to the woman, because I lost my train money because I paid cash and it was card only. I couldn't get my money back. So I started talking to the girl, and she was like blonde and, you know, what loads of guys like, short skirt makeup, but had a nice face. And I think they were together because she was saying stuff to him. And I thought they got on really well together. They seemed like a good age difference match. I mean, he must have been like 20 years older than her, I think. But they seemed to get on really well, like really good friends. First, I wasn't sure if they were just friends, but I think she said something to him that made me think they're together. So anyway, I thought that was really nice. You know, it's good when you do see age gaps working in a loving way, not in a like, I want to get my hands all over you way. So I thought that was nice. But yeah, I just like last night the environment was just dreadful, you know. I don't like it when people who are sexual just think it's all right to just put their hands all over everyone when they're in a relationship. I mean, to me, relationship is about commitment. It's about love and respect and understanding. It's not about women putting your hands all over everyone else. Do you know what I mean? I can't understand why people who are married allow people to just touch them and kiss them and even have sex with them. It's like, what is the point in being married? You know, but I get married guys approaching me. I have married guys approaching me on Facebook and stuff. I mean, one of them, was it a year ago, or no, 2 years ago, he actually was a customer in my work, and a customer in my full-time day job at the time, and he found me on Facebook. I didn't give him anything because he was with his woman at the time when he came into my department looking for a bedroom, and he found me online, and literally he started talking to me, and he started inviting me out for a drink down where I lived, and I'm like, you've got a girlfriend, why are you doing that? And then he showed up months later, and he started talking to me again and said, oh, sorry, I'm not with that woman anymore. I'm interested in you. And I'm like, but I'm asexual. I'm not interested in sex with a guy. And then he's like, oh, but I'm single now. I'm sorry. And then went on his Facebook and he's married to this woman. Married. I'm like, why lie about that when you've got pictures of your wedding together on there? It's sick. So yeah, I just like blocked him, you know? And it's like, why do people do this? I do not understand. If they can't be monogamous, why be in a monogamous relationship? What's the point? I don't get it. I really, really don't. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy to be faithful for everyone, you know, but if you're not gonna like be faithful, then what's the point? And just it's just sick when I see a guy who's married and he's touching another woman's backside. It's just sick. I think it's like, you know, they see it as a bit of fun. I don't see it as fun. I see it as like damaging to like his wife for a start. You know, I mean, he's loving it because he's getting all the kisses, all the attention, and you know, like I've got more morals than that. Do you know what I mean? It's like I don't appreciate that type of thing. So yeah, I was just really repulsed yesterday. I felt really repulsed by all this sexual behaviour going on around me, all the touching, all the feeling, all the lusting, all the, you know, like dishonesty, you know, and unfaithfulness. You know, and I said, you know, like to my friend's friend, I said, you were kissing. Oh no, I wasn't. I mean, she was putting her hand, I went like that. And she was like, I mean, it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was like the most nice of kiss. It was more like a forced kiss, but she was still doing it with him. And it's just like gross, you know, but gross because he's in a relationship. And, you know what I mean? Why is everyone doing that? You know, it's like, why is people married doing that? I just hate that type of thing. So, you know, when I'm out about, I find that really difficult. Like, I do have some sexual behaviour as an asexual, but it's, you know, I don't want to be that way with everyone. Only with the person I'm in a relationship with. And their sexual behaviour is just kind of natural arousal and passion. It's nothing sexual attraction based. You know what I mean? There's no like, I want to have sex or innate need to have sex or need or urge. It's just like, I'm a passionate girl. I don't want the sex. I'm just passionate in because I'm energetic in my life, you know, and I guess I'm just passionate, enthusiastic, love the kissing, you know, like a hobby. It's just a favorite thing of mine to do. There's no urge for sex there, you know, like it's completely different with me. Like if I do stuff like that, intimate stuff, to me that's really valuable with just that one special person. To me, I just want to be close to that one person. I don't want to be doing that type of thing with loads of people. I especially don't want to do it with people who are married. You know, as soon as I find out he's married, I'm like, God, just horrible. How can you do that? I mean, he doesn't even wear a wedding ring, you know? It's like, what's the point? My parents were married 50 years last week. You know, it's a long time. But they're very faithful. They don't actually see many other people apart from each other. You know, they spend most of the time with each other. You know, and I kind of think, you know, I think it's healthy to see other people as friends, but I think it can lead to a lot of issues as well. You've got to be really careful. You know, it's like you've got to be really strong in those situations to say no to people, you know? Really strong. I find it hard, like, to know if someone asked me, if I was in a relationship and someone asked me to dance and I was like, out and about. I mean, I'd want to say no because I'd feel guilty about dancing with someone else. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind them dancing in front of me so much, but not holding my hand. But I don't like that anyway. Like I told you before, when I was out before And my friend's friend boyfriend, he was like trying to touch my hips and my shoulders and hold my hand up in the air to dance. I just didn't want it. As an asexual person, especially someone who's not attracted to older guys and he's much older than me, the last thing I want to do is have someone touching my hips, touch it, put his arm around me, try and touch my hand. I'm not interested. I don't mind dancing, with the person that's in there in front of me, no physical contact, but I don't want them touching me. If I had any guy close to me trying to touch me at all in places I would allow, then it would be a younger guy in his 20s, not some older guy, and it would only be someone highly aesthetically attracted to. Someone who's definitely not in a relationship. I just don't understand these people. But it's the difference, isn't it? The contrast between the asexual life and the sexual one. The sexual one is all about lust, sex, touching each other up, hands all over each other, perving over each other. The asexual life is one that's free of all that nonsense. Asexual life is one that, has boundaries a lot of the time. The asexual life is one that people will actually be like, what do you think you're doing? I'm not interested. An asexual life will be more like keeping yourself to yourself. An asexual life will be more like, oh, well, let's go out to cinema. Let's play, even though I don't play video, so like, let's play video games. Let's go for a walk together. Let's go and enjoy a theme park or an aquarium. Let's go to, out for a picnic. It's more innocent, sweet fun of doing things together, like based on friendship, not all this sex rubbish and lusting after each other. I just can't be doing with it. Makes me feel so uncomfortable to see just like all the people. It makes it really hard to trust. Like, I do not trust many guys, and you can tell why. When you see stuff like that, it just makes you so distrusting of everyone. It's like, where has anyone got any boundaries in this world? Where the hell are they? You know what I mean? There's not many people who've got boundaries. They just let people touch them. It's disgusting. I need a strong guy for me in the future who's got boundaries. I can't be doing with some people like this. It's just ridiculous, and they think it's fun. I don't. I prefer an asexual life where I'm going out and hanging out with a best friend, or we're going out listening, enjoying things, we're going spending time together, we're going to have fun together. It's sensible and responsible and beautiful in and of its own right, not all this other rubbish. Do you know what I mean? It's really bad. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. Tell me down below in the comments what experiences you've had being out in like pubs and stuff. I mean, this is pubs, it's not a nightclub. This is like pubs I'm talking about. They were doing this in, karaoke places and stuff. But anyway, please post your comments below what you think of all this behaviour. I don't think it's very good, do you? And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you found it useful, helpful, insightful in any way, if it just gave you some bit of insight into the differences between kind of the asexual life and the sexual one, I'd much rather be in the asexual life. Much rather be there. I would never want to be sexual. When I see that, I have to say, before I go, when I see all that behaviour, I'm so glad I'm not a sexual person. I'm so glad I'm not heterosexual, because I'd want to vomit about myself if I behaved like that. Seriously. It's just like being like that with married people, I don't agree with. I'm strongly disagreeing with that. You know what I mean? Strongly disagreeing with it. And it's just a horrible environment, really. Other than that, the night was good, but didn't enjoy that bit. Anyway, until next time, embrace your quirky and each other's. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Please share it and enjoy with anyone else who may benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that great big subscribe button and hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live like now, post a new video. And I will see you on the next video live stream. Take care. Bye. Have a good night. Bye.